people, good people. Good to see you. Today we're in Helen, Georgia. Helen, Georgia this morning, man. We're on feet today. Put the kayak up for a little bit. We're gonna see if we can get on some nice North Georgia trout this morning, man. Helen, Georgia, man. First time out here. Never been to Helen before. It's a nice town, man. It seems like the vibe that I get from Helen is this is a town that you come to if you want to get that mountain getaway, but you still want to be in civilization a little bit, which is cool. You know, there's a lot of shopping to do out here, a lot of different restaurants and things like that. But you know what I'm here for, man. We're here for the fishing. So we're gonna fish a couple of different areas out here today. Right now I'm kind of close to the city. The Chattahoochee runs right next to it. Pulled up in this park. Checked my Fish Brain app this morning, and I see all kind of dots all over the place. So I think this is a good section to go ahead and fish. And then we'll stay here for a few hours, and then we'll move further upstream, upriver, and try to get some places that are going to be a little bit farther away from the city, maybe not having as much fishing pressure on them. Also, we're going to be trying a new style of fishing today. I definitely bought my rooster tails, definitely bought my Joe's flies with me, but today I want to try fishing with a bobber. It's kind of funny, man, how when I think about it, my evolution as a fisherman. So, you know, I started off fishing for trout, and I got used to casting, and you know, when it came to trying out using a bobber to fish for trout, I was like, you know, I didn't feel like I was fishing. So then when I started fishing for crappie, it was the same thing. I was like, you know, I want to throw these jigs out, cast jigs, cast crankbaits, something that made me feel like I was fishing. And then when the spawn hit in crappie season, man, I was catching some tanks on a minnow under a bobber. So, you know, that kind of has made me evolve to being a lot more comfortable with using a bobber and presenting that to this fish. So today, man, we've got a couple of different baits that we're going to use under this bobber. Let me get them for you. All right, so first, I guess I'll show you the float that we'll use. And I got these easy trout floats, and these are made by the same people that make the trout magnets. Man, I've had these for a couple of years. All of this stuff I've had for years and never really put it to use. So these small bobbers are going to be perfect, I'm sure. And then our bait, we went and picked up some wax worms. Picked these up at PetSmart, maybe $3, I believe, something like that. Got these salmon eggs, trout bait. Never caught a fish on these either. And then we have, of course, we've got our trout magnet kit. So yeah, we got those micro trout magnets, and then we've got the regular trout magnets next to it. And then we just have more trout magnets here. So I've got these very small, I want to say they call egg hooks. And then I've got a couple treble hooks in here. And then I've got some smaller, I want to say these are bait hooks. But you know, this is all found in the trout section at Bass Pro. But yeah, that's the plan, man. We're going to go ahead and see what Helen has to offer. I think I'm just gonna walk the bank for right now, and later on we'll hop in and wait. So I'll see you guys when I'm at the river. All right, guys, so we're getting rigged up now. I've got this float on. I don't know if I have this thing upside down or not. We'll find out. This water here is pretty shallow. The little bit of research that I did last night, they say that you should be fishing your wax worms, and I'm assuming, you know, your trout magnets, you kind of want them close to the bottom. So it only looks to be about, what, 6 to 8 inches through here. And we'll just make our way down the bank. There's a bridge about 80 yards down, maybe a little bit more. We'll make our way to the bridge, and we'll just switch up baits in between here and there. So how these little trout floats work, you basically just thread them on the line, and then you have this black piece you put in here, and that's the stopper. I have this small bait hook on it, and then I'll throw on, for right now, I'll throw on one split shot, and we'll see how that works. But I'm excited, guys. I am excited, man. I was just speaking to somebody who was walking by, and I was just saying, man, how You know, I love crappie fishing. I do love crappie fishing. I love getting out on my kayak. But also, man, being out here with this running water, you know, the running river water, man, it's just a different vibe. It's a little different feeling. You know, it's a lot, you know, it's a different level of relaxation. I'll put it like that. You know, of course, being on the water on your boat or your kayak, that's relaxing as well. Just fishing on the bank is relaxing, you know. But being near this running water, catching the vibes off of that, man, catching that frequency is something I love. All right, guys, so we got a split shot on. Like I said, I'm gonna see how this works. This is all kind of a new style of fishing for us today, so it's gonna be a lot of trial and error today, so bear with me. Got a nice one there, nice size worm. From what I was reading, they said to come through the body, and they say to do that so that the two sides will still wiggle. I'm just gonna come through the body right there. They also said on the site that I was looking at that you should load it up with more than one worm. So we're gonna do that as well. I'm not sure how many come in this pack. Let's look real quick. It says a 50 count, so hopefully we get 30 out of there, right? Let's poke this worm here. And let's cast it on out there, man. Let's see what we got. So that's about a foot down. Let's adjust our bobber so we just have 6 inches. About 5 or 6 inches. And I think the bite is gonna be very light. I think it's gonna be a very faint bite. If we do get a bite, I don't think we're gonna be necessarily looking for a bobber to be submerged. That's gonna be the challenge. And that's another reason why I don't, when I'm fishing for trout, I don't traditionally use a bobber. It's just because you don't get a lot of, it's hard to get a good cast, basically. Got a little small fish swimming up to this worm. That's a good sign. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a little small minnow of some type. But I think that's gonna be the challenge. The challenge is gonna be getting a good cast out of this setup because there's not much weight on it. Lost one of my worms, but it's all good. We'll keep on pitching it on out there. It's definitely getting hit. It's not a big fish though. I see a bunch of little small minnows chasing it. That's kind of cool, y'all. That's kind of cool. A lot of little minnows down there biting at this worm. Let's move down a little bit. All right, guys, so this is the first pool we've come to, and I feel like there's a fish down here. I think all of us as fishermen, you get that spidey sense going on where you like, you don't know what it is, but something is telling you there's a fish down there waiting for you. I think I'm getting that right now. See if we can catch one or two over here, man. This feels good right here. This little stretch right here feels good. We got a fish, y'all. We got a fish, y'all. We got a trout, y'all. We got one, y'all. We got one. Yeah. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. On the wax worm. On the wax worm. Look at that. Right at the top of the mouth, man. Little small guy. Yes, sir. You fell back in. That's fine. We were throwing you back anyway. Now, if we get your big brother, we're gonna keep him. That's cool, man. I'm stoked about that, dog. I am hype about that, y'all. I am hype about that. Wow. All right. Let's get to fishing, man. Let's get to fishing. That's dope. Is that a fish, y'all? Another one, y'all. Let's go. This is a nicer fish too, y'all. This is a nicer fish. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, y'all. He got off. He got off. Y'all saw it though. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw it. Actually, the hook broke. The line broke. Y'all saw it. Yeah. Let's go. See if we can do that again, man. He hit that almost immediately. Let's go. Let's get another hook on this line. I should have just netted them. We are gonna keep a couple. But I was kind of hoping I could just get him on the bank and he'll quiet down. And he definitely had some different plans. Let's go. 2 on the wax worm. 2 on the wax worm. All right, so we got hung up and lost our wax worm rig. So we're gonna go ahead and switch over to a trout magnet. So we've got this weighted jig on here. And I'm gonna tie a loop knot similar to when you're crappie fishing. Made that circle there, come through it 3 times. And then we just pull it tight. And now we've got our loop knot. And now that jig will hang more naturally in the water column. We're gonna tie on a pink trout magnet. There we go. Let's see if these trout like this pink. And I think we'll drop it down to about 1.5 feet. Fish, y'all. We got one, y'all. We got one on the magnet. We got one on the magnet. And it's a nice one, y'all. It's a nice one. We got a nice one on the trout magnet. We got a nice one. Come on, baby. Don't break off. Come on. Come on. We got a nice fish, y'all. Come on. Come on. You ain't fighting too much. Come on. Get him on the net. Get him in the net. Get him in the net. You got him hooked pretty solidly too. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. On the trout magnet, y'all. On the trout magnet. Nice rainbow. Really nice rainbow, guys. Look at that, guys. Loop. strong fish here. Look at that, guys. That's a nice trout there. Nice rainbow. And he is strong. You going on the stringer, buddy. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be a wrap for the day. We did have 3 catches on the day. We caught 2 on the wax worm, and then we caught our keeper on the pink trout magnet. So it was cool, man, cool experience. Helen is nice. We went over to the park, Unico State Park, that's right around the corner, and there's a stream where people fish for trout there, but they're doing catch and release right now. So I wanted the opportunity to be able to keep a couple, so we didn't fish that. So, you know, maybe in the future we'll come back there. I had a subscriber who mentioned there was some good trout fishing out in Cherokee, North Carolina. So I think that's gonna be the next place we go to. So stay tuned, man. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video if you like it. And we appreciate y'all for tuning in. So until next time, LFE Worldwide, signing out.